Hey, what's up, YouTube fans? I'm your host, Crimson Phoenix, and yes, today we are in a bit of a different game here. This is for those who do recognize this. Yes, it is. And for those who do not recognize the game, this is Star Wars Galaxy in the NGE era. Now, right now the project that I'm in under this is called Star Wars Galaxy's Legends. It is a pickup of an old group which I mentioned in my previous video in Star Trek Online. The old project was called Star Wars Galaxies Reborn. That project kind of crashed and pretty much picked up where, and pretty much this project pretty much in a sense kind of picks up where Reborn left off, but at the same time it's fixing a lot of things that Reborn did not fix, or that was broken during Reborn's time when the guy CFO was pretty much running the project. And I've gone back and I've watched a few, I've gone back into, I try to get back into the forums, but unfortunately, CFO, the guy who ran the project, and which I kind of found out a little bit, one guy, Singe, was able to, I'm not sure how, but he gave CFO the project, and apparently a couple of days later I went back and looked through a couple of video that somebody found of a TeamSpeak recording. And apparently Singe definitely regretted that. This was back in November, and now here in January, CFO pretty much turned the server off, trying to say that everybody was trying to make lies about him, when in truth nobody was making lies. Everybody was speaking the truth. And the guy CFO, for those who may remember, for those who know him, Yuri, the guy who runs Armstrong Security Solutions, if anybody goes to the Armstrong Security Solutions channel, Yuri made a video that was kind of my idea of Hitler's reaction to Star Wars Galaxies Reborn, the server shutting down. And it was it was one of those, Hitler's downfall reaction type of videos. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen these videos, and the idea just came to me. I said it aloud, and Yuri immediately got out of Grand Theft Auto, and he immediately got out of Grand Theft Auto and just made the video. So I'll put the video in the description below for people to take a look, and you guys can like the video, favorite it, subscribe to the Armstrong Security Solutions channel if you like. But this is gonna be one of the things that me, Tom, possibly Yuri, and other people from Armstrong are going to be looking into. I'm not too sure. I know one guy, Mitch, is going to try putting a pre-CU server up, which I'm going to let people know right now. One of the differences between pre-CU and NGE. Let me go ahead and pull up the professions. So this is a profession right here, the Jedi profession. All these levels, the maximum level in NGE for Star Wars Galaxies was and has always been up to level 90. Now there are some NPCs that do have up to level 100 gold elites, but from here, this character right here is a level 90 Jedi, Deneth Venir, and I'll probably be, when the live server comes up, which is, just so people know, this is not a live server that I am on currently right now. The server I'm on right now for SWG Legends is a test server. The reason, and they're not going to be able to get the live server up for quite a while, mainly the reason why, just so people can kind of get a sense at a little bit what's going on. For those who don't read the Legends forums that may be looking at this, who may come in and find this. I know I'm going to be posting this on. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to be posting this on the SWG Legends forums or not. I know I need to post one video of a little bit of a bug me and Tom found, but anyway. So basically, what's going on is back in Reborn, before Reborn had shut down, Sifo, the guy who was running the project, from, I'm going to assume, from November up until January, or at least from what my knowledge and other people and other sources have dug up, Sifo had been pushing bugged code into the project. And when I mean pushing bug code, I mean, he'd come up with a code and push it into the live server. And as most people who probably will watch this who are programmers and developers may realize, whenever you're doing coding for anything, you don't push it out to the live server immediately. You test it, you put it on the test server, you put it on the developer test server, you try it out and see, how this fixes how this may fix an issue, or if this may cause an issue. And then once that bug is, and once that code has been debugged, then you push it out into the live server. What Sifo had been doing was coming up with these codes and immediately pushing them into the live server. And that had caused several different crashes. I know within December, at least at the end of December, when me and Tom and other people had been starting to get into SWG Reborn, there was a lot of crashes. And there were at least 2 rollbacks. And the 2 rollbacks that happened were like at least like a day, 2 or 3 days worth of rollbacks. Now, a day or so may not be. Some people may or may not think that 1 or 2 days may not seem like a lot, but this was during the holidays, and not to mention because of a lot of major server downtime. What Sifo had done was, he gave out a times 10 XP bonus throughout the entire game, and now this was good for a little while, but then when the rollbacks started happening, it's like, dude, what the fuck? And so at that point, and so after the second rollback and a little bit of server downtime, the times 10 XP continued, and it was good that it was continuing, because there was a lot there was a lot that that people have been doing, or that people had done, and it's like, when you go, and so, but anyway, so there was Sifo was planning to do a 3rd rollback, and from what SWG Legends, or I think that's his name, at least I know it's Gray. He's one of the he's one of the, I think he's the developer or moderator, or I know he's an admin in SWG Legends. Right now I just woken up, so I completely forgot what his exact position is. Anyway, Gray had mentioned in a forum post, when he was thanking everybody for joining Legends from Reborn and continuing to support the project, he had mentioned that one of the issues was that Sifo pretty much kept everybody on a muzzle. He muzzled everybody to not tell the public, what's going on. He put a leash on, and from what I have gathered, he put a leash on everybody. So it was difficult for people to try and fix things. And there was a lot of things that really needed to be fixed. Like, there's one mission during the Legacy quest, I know in Tatooine, where you have to go a little bit outside of Isley, and there's like this little bunker area that's run by a small by this little group that you have to infiltrate, and and everything, get a whole bunch of information on a few people and kill some people. But one of the guys, one of the NPCs that you kill, you have to go back to you have to go back to a payroll terminal that's on the very top of the level. Now, when I and Tom had done that mission, everything was fine. But then when Chewie or Linus, when he tried to do it, it wouldn't work for him, and then, you know, it wouldn't work for anybody. The only fix that anybody was able to get was, you know, you would have to wait for an admin, you'd have to wait for a game master or an admin on the server that, you know, that's online at that moment to come on and pretty much spawn the payroll terminal outside in Isley. Now, you know, it was a temporary fix, but it lasted. But you know, that thing had lasted from, like, I'd like to say probably about December 18th up until, you know, when the server had gone offline. Which, if I remember correctly, the server went offline. The Reborn server had gone offline last week on Thursday. So, but the actual website, I'm going to let people right now. Let people know right now. The actual Reborn website did not shut down until like Sunday or Monday, one of the 2 days. And when that happened, that was pretty much when, if I remember correctly, that was pretty much when the Reborn staff was leaving and starting pretty much, you know, starting up on starting up on the new SWG Legends. Now, the one thing about this was Reborn was supposed to be community based, so, you know, it was supposed to be community driven. Let me rephrase that. It's supposed to be community driven. You know, this is a game that had been out for many years, and on year 8, you know, when Tor was coming out, it got shut down because of the Old Republic. And because SOE and EA didn't, or at least EA did not want any rivals. So with projects like with private projects like SWG Reborn, and now Legends, and other you know, like pre-CU projects like Bloodfin and SWG Emulator, and a whole bunch of other projects, you know. These sites are fine. So I will say, and you know, I hope that people from the SWG Legends forums do see this video. If they do, great, because, you know, I do want to say, you know, at least for me, I'm not sure if Tom Doom Sergeant has made any posts or anything to say thank you, but, you know, to those of the SWG Legends staff, you know, whether you're a developer, just a simple forum moderator or forum admin, or whatever your position is, you know, I like to say thank you, you know, from, you know, as part of the Star Wars community. I like to say, you know, thank you to to continuing on the project. You know, granted, I'm pretty sure, you know, you guys are probably picking up where CFO might have screwed up in some way. You know, whether that way is, you know, bunch of bugs in the coding or something that you guys have to fix or whatever. You know, I really appreciate y'all continuing on through to keep NGE alive. Because granted, pre-CU and post pre-CU and CU and all that, those game engines were pretty good. But when I started Star Wars Galaxies, I started out in NGE. The first server I went on was Wonderhome. That was the server I had started on because I remember Aaron Dominion, Riggs, and a whole bunch of other people pretty much started out in Wonderhome. And so I went to Wonderhome. I got in the community that Aaron was in, had a little bit of fun, and then when Wonderhome closed down because the population in SWG was going down, I had my character transferred from Wonderhome over to Starsider, which from Wonderhome and Starsider, those were also the servers that Doom Sergeant had started and died in, I guess you could say, as well. So for us to come in and find an NGE project for us to go back and to come back in here and continue playing where pretty much where we left off and such, I'll be honest, I was on TeamSpeak and me and Tom got into the server for Reborn, and the first thoughts when we saw all the NGE stuff, our first thoughts were, I'm home. Because honestly, yes, I like Star Trek Online, and for those who are probably watching this, me going on SWG Legends is not going to change anything for my Star Trek Online Let's Play. I'm still going to be continuing that. You can bet your ass on that. I'm more than likely am going to be bringing out some videos from here in SWG and bring that into my channel as well, like this video, and kind of build up a little bit more on what videos bringing out in here. So definitely everybody can look can look out for any SWG videos that I might bring into the fold. But this is my home right here. This is I believe the first MMO that I had played, and I fell in love with it. And yes, Star Wars: The Old Republic, I will say it is a good game. For me though, it's a good story game. SWG was always a really great sandbox game. Yes, you had a bunch of quests in here, but you also have the ability to make your own quests, and there was a lot more you could do in role playing. Like this feature right here, the quest builder. Players back in SWG were able to use this quest builder and make their own quests. And not to mention, I'll go ahead and head over to the map real quick, because I want to go ahead and show people something as soon as I get over here. So everybody was able to fly. Like, I have my YT-2400 and I have the X-Wing. The reason why I have both of these is because right now, with this being a test server and a frog server, I was able to go in and get the YT-2400. However, when live comes in order to get the 2400 legitly, I gotta do the mission. I gotta do some missions on Mustafar and fight HK-47, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people remember him from KOTOR. So, but if you look at the map here, this was SWG when I left it. Yavin, Dathomir, Kashyyyk, Talos, Dantooine, Mustafar, Corellia, Endor, Naboo, Tatooine, Rory, and Locke. All these planets I was able to go on, and if you went to Dathomir, there was a Hoth battle I guess you could say, you can call it an STF, and like a heroic, and it was pretty fun. Because what it did was it recreated the Battle of Hoth for players. Granted, that thing is like really hard to do, but you know it was fun. It was fun if you had a group of people, but like, and also the planets. I almost forgot about Talos. And I'll be honest, for those who are probably wondering, one of the things you were able to do in SWG was you were able to make player houses and pretty much have your character live in that house. You were able to do a bunch of crafting and such. Like, you were able to build a house on Dantooine, Talos, Corellia, Naboo, Rory, Tatooine, and Locke. Planets like Yavin and Endor and Mustafar you were not able to do. Dathomir I forgot. I don't believe you're able to make any houses on Dathomir. If you are, I might be wrong in that, but you know, at least these planets here you were able to make houses on. And back on the live server, everybody was able to make at like a you know, everybody was able to to make a player city. Which I'll be honest, on Starsider when I had left it, God, there was a whole bunch of player cities in there. So there was just a lot to do, and I really and you know, I just love being back in here, and I like the SWG Legends community for, you know, sticking with the NGE, you know, sticking with this project and moving on from Reborn to here to Legends. So, you know, again, to those in Legends that are developers, moderators, admins, and such, you know, I just want to, you know, again say thank you for giving back, you know, our home. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of SWG players out there that might have really liked NGE as much as I have, if not more. And you know, to come back in here, you know, it is awesome to, you know, to be back in here. So so yeah, I just wanted to give this little update to let people know, because I know I had said that I was waiting on SWG Reborn to get back on, but now that Reborn is here, I mean, now that Reborn is gone and Legends is here, I am happy to, you know, continue on into Legends once the live server is up. And I think what I might do is I'll either record like as if I'm doing a let's play of me of, you know, what's going on with me in SWG, or what I'm probably more likely going to do more is, you know, whenever I get on SWG, I'm probably going to do a live stream. And, you know, with the live stream, I might even, you know, throw the live stream on YouTube and just, you know, export it into YouTube. And, you know, we'll just kind of see what happens from there. But anyway, I just want to give this little update to people, and, you know, kind of let people know what's going on here. I do encourage that if people do want to, you know, be playing on SWG on an SWG server that is NGE, you know, I do encourage y'all to try out SWG Legends, because, you know, they're bringing out a lot of things. They're fixing stuff. There are different classes that you can pick, and you know, this is just the Jedi class I'm in right now. But so, you know, again, to the SWG Legends community, I do thank y'all for continuing on, and this project, you know, starting up this new project, and I can't wait for the live server to come up, but you know, I am definitely going to be patient. So anyway, y'all, I do appreciate y'all coming out here. I just saw that I've nearly brought this up to 25 minutes. God, I am a long talker. Anyway, appreciate everybody coming in here. I am your host, Crimson Phoenix, and everybody go ahead and have yourselves a wonderful day there. Also, before I get off, I'm gonna try and go ahead and immediately get this on YouTube. So if I'm able to get this on YouTube in time, definitely come in to the Encounter Roleplay Twitch server. Yeah, Twitch server. Wow. Everybody, for those who like, Dungeons and Dragons and other D20 games, definitely check out Encounter Roleplay on Twitch. It's going to be twitch.tv/Encounter Roleplay. I'll have the link in the description below as well, and people can come on and join in the fun with the viewers and everything. Today on Thursday, I believe it's going to be I believe it is today. Where I'm more than likely going to be in the next game, and the character I'm playing is Raquel, my dwarf fighter. I think I'm in this game. I'm not sure now. I believe I am. I may be wrong in that. If I'm not in this game, I might be in the game next week. We'll find out though. So yeah, definitely y'all come in here, check out the Encounter Roleplay. Also go on the SWG Legends forums. It's going to be swglegends.com, and check them out, sign up, and have a blast, because SWG during the NGE period was really fun. And I've already, me and Tom have already met Rogue, a gal that we met on the Reborn server, and she's going to be continuing on in Legends as well. So yeah, definitely come in and check it out. So again, I'm your host, the Crimson Phoenix, and everybody go ahead and everybody have yourselves a wonderful day there.